Oh my gosh, I just literally posted in the chat that we're not having a show today because Biohazard the board game has pushed back. Oh my gosh, Biohazard the board game has pushed back their date. So yeah, now I guess we're doing something else. We're doing something else on the fly. Let's go. First thing that catches my mind. You know what we're gonna do? I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to give them some love just because they're doing pay what you want. And anytime I see pay what you want, I'm intrigued. So, ahoy there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Apologies. Today was supposed to be Biohazard. They pushed the date back. I was going in the process of moving this back a couple days, but instead I hit the go live button. So we're live and we're checking out the GameLib Pocket, a real board game library in pocket. Pay what you want. Wow. So the main image is very generic. Like, there's nothing here except for words, which is not something we typically see at all. I do love the fact they spotlighted pay what you want. The funded with Kickstarter makes me feel like that just doesn't make me feel very good. Pay what you want and receive GameLib Pocket. Every week for a full year, get a new rule compatible with its components. Oh, so you're going to give me a box, and then every week you're going to give me a game that I could play with that box. Man, I'm less excited about that. Honestly, I was more excited. Oh, and there's no video. Oh my God, what have I got myself into? So I've seen this one marketed on YouTube or Facebook quite frequently. Some Kickstarter autopsies. Well, I probably should, but the thing is, I already created this page. Yeah, whatever. So there's no video here. That's always a downer, especially considering you have like a really interesting idea here. I know what it is because I've seen it on Facebook. However, you decided, you know what? We don't want to show. We don't want to put our best foot forward on the marquee. We don't want to put our best foot forward on the video. We're just going to have words and a video, which makes me infinitely less excited about your project. Also, 6 created, 0 backed. Wowzers. Way to make it look like we're a cash grab. I always recommend this. If you want to make it look like it's not a cash grab on your end, even if it's a little chicanery, go back 30 or 40 things for $1, then all of a sudden it says 6 created, 30 or 40 backed, and it makes you look more impressive. Both trained toy librarians that have been working in the board game industry for more than 12 years. Today they're focused on developing Graham's Edition. Okay, whatever. All right, so we got people. You did acrylic, grab your pen, wake your brain. So this one was also free. Interesting. Clash of Decks Season 3, and then they did Clash of Decks. Man, they are all about that free stuff, which I'm not against. All right, get 2 free acrylogic game magazines with 54 puzzles to solve. Okay. We're just making sure. What does the green bubble say, though? What does the green bubble say? Oh, it says, like, funded with Kickstarter, which makes me feel like duh, like we're here. I know how this system works. So I'm saying, if you have an image that you're going to be marketing on Facebook, you might want to switch it up when it comes to the actually being on your main image as well. Receive my pledge, but it's in French and not English. Looks like you need to print English rules. Is it the same for all backers? If not, that's disappointing. If so, I felt like that was, oh, I get it. So if so, that's not disappointing because that's just the way everybody got it. Got it. Glad to hear you received it. As we said in news, N7, as we said in news, you mean updates? Acrologics is a universe game with only numbers and colors. There's no need to read text to play. This is the reason why there's only one version of the game. The rule translated to 25 different languages can be viewed online in a PDF. Okay. Hello, I've received my pledge. Could you verify this? So they're doing good customer service here, though. So that's good. Good. All right, so people got the stuff. Once again, I would expect that because it's not much. Clash of Decks up to 77%. So your most recent one was in November. Is that shipped? Is that what? Oh, okay. So we did. Is it really Black Friday? 2000. Oh, this is from last year. 75%, 70% off. Minus 77%. Okay, so it's out. So can you do it? Yeah, I'm gonna go with a yeah. Plus, this is just going to be a very generic box of components for all intents and purposes. I've been to a few proto spills. This looks like the box the Game Crafter gives out. Yeah. I've seen quite a few things like this where it's just like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff. You can play a bunch of games with it. But none of them have gotten me as not excited as GameLib has with their video and main image. But I will say, the pay what you want. That's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest selling point. So spotlight it. All right, GameLib Pocket is a true pocket-sized board game library, easy to carry. Is ideal for playing on the move during trips or on holiday. This is really tiny text to make that a bit bigger. It's not a huge deal, but it is tiny. With generic and minimal components, GameLib Pocket is made of over 100 game elements, cards, cubes, dice, blah, blah, blah. Concerned with our environment's current status and the growing worries of board gamers about the compatibility of their favorite hobby with our planned safeguard, I wanted to design a polyvalent. This is your quote. You know this is great? Put it in the video. Give it a personal touch. I got excited. This was actually a quote, someone talking about your game. It's just like, I want to be green. With our planet safeguard, I actually want to read this quote. Concerned with our environment's current status and the growing worries of board gamers about the compatibility of their favorite hobby with our planet's safeguard, I'm not sure what that means. It sounds like ChatGPT made it. I wanted to design as polyvalent a kit as possible, capable of pleasurably playing an unmatched number of games, both traditional and brand new, with a minimal amount of components, so it can still be easily carried. So it is 3.54 inches by 2.75 inches. They converted the currencies there. Great, converted the inches. So 40 wooden cubes, 6-sided dice, 54 mini cards, and 2 wooden meeples. That's it. That's all you're getting. Okay? You don't need much else. I mean, it's fine. For an easy fit in your box, for an easy fit in your pocket, each component had to be thoroughly thought about to keep the end product as light and as compact as possible. I obsessed over trimming and optimizing everything that could be. For instance, I gave up on tiles used to generate game boards, instead opting for an enhancement of the card backs, yet unused. So it's like a designer diary almost here. This is interesting. I mean, you don't have to convince people of much. The how much is it's relatively free minus the shipping, so I'm guessing in and out the door you could be at a minimum, probably $7? I entrusted the design of the cards to Harid Gula, who worked hard to respect every editorial constraint, ergonomics, colorblind, and left-handed compatibility. Okay. Original yet functional aesthetics, minimalist style. Funnily enough, it would seem that the simpler you want something to be, the more challenging creating it is. We're very satisfied. This is a great shot. This is a great shot. All the different cards. Yeah. Very blah. 52 games in my pocket. Once GameLib Pocket has been delivered to backers in October 2024, we will start sharing game rules in PDF starting November 2024. Every week, a full year. Each backer will receive a PDF for a new game. So pretty much they gave... Okay. So they had probably like a design contest or something where it's like, hey, make a game out of these chunks of components, and they had some people make stuff. And then we also have a bunch of really... very simple games like Go and Tic-Tac-Toe and columns of 3, which sounds like Tic-Tac-Toe. I get it. Traditional games are part of mankind's history. I discovered the unexpected depth of these games 10 years ago while training as a game librarian, preserving their legacy and spreading them as widely as possible. What is a game librarian? I'm just curious. What does that mean? How do I get that job? Does that mean you work at a library? Game librarian. What does a game librarian do? Yes. A librarian, $79,000 to be a game librarian? Jesus. That's some good money. A librarian is the first point of contact for visitors visiting the library. They maintain the inventory of the library. I don't feel like this is... must hold the Masters of Library Science degree and must have 5+ years experience working in a public library. Wow. Good for them. Okay. Man, I really wish this was live. I wasn't even that excited about that one, but I am really not excited about this one. Okay. In addition to the 52 board games available with Game... It's just... And here's the bottom line. I'll be honest with you. I am of such an age that there used to be a lot more of these style things. Like 62 games on one cart, 34 games on one cart. Most of them are trash. Most of them are like super simple trash. You know, so I never get excited about stuff like this because it's like, would I rather play 9/10 of these games? Or would I rather just bring a couple tuck boxes that probably have solid games, like For Sale or other smaller box games? You can play any of the popular games, which only require a few things. Stuff, got it. Stretch goals. On top of the getting GameLib Pocket and PDF rules for all 52 traditional games, you have an opportunity to lock even more content. One new original game created by a person. One new original game created by a person. Okay, it's fine. Whatevs. I like what they're doing there, at least, because they're not adding to the cost of the game. They're not adding to the length, because in theory, you can just release these whenever. Do the card backs make up a board? How in the world are you going to play Senate with this? Oh, yeah, they said the back of the cards had stuff on it. I'd like to see what was on the back of those cards. Hopefully they show us. Pledge. Things. Pay what you want. Well, it is pay what you want. The suggested pledge is $13. The freedom to pay what you want and can afford. It's not a bad price. I mean, it's fine. We haven't got to the shipping yet, which I'm gonna guess is like $5 to $7. So then it's a $20 game, and I'm out. Like, I'm just out. Like, I like the basic concept, but it's just, I have so many small box games that it's like, hey, you want to play this random game? No. The freedom to pay what you want, can afford, depending on your income, purchasing power, country, and current situation, seem the right thing to do to us. I trust, blah, blah, blah. Man, really pat yourself on the back on this one. GameLib Pocket components are text, and therefore language independent. The PDF rules are available in English and French. More than 500 backers sharing another common language. Join the Kickstarter campaign. That's not happening. Unfortunately. I wish it did. I hope it does. I hope they got a whole bunch of languages. But let's be quite frank, it's not happening. Rewards will ship from France in October 24. Worldwide shipping is €2. Wow. Okay. That's... Like, I go back to that main image and how terrible that is. Get rid of this stupid funded on Kickstarter. Put €2 shipping worldwide. And now we've got ourselves something we can pound our chest about. Okay? You trying to play the whole green card is not really making me pound my chest. The €2 shipping, now that makes me pound my chest. That's a great price. So, and that's it. Super simple. Okay? So, in and out the door, $15. I'm in. Price is solid. Agreed. I brought a miniature arcade that I knew was going to be Chinesium, but I thought I had good odds. Out of 200, I had good odds for one platform. I was wrong. Quantity over quality. Yeah. Like, it's like backgammon and Go. And, like, I just have a hard time getting... After the campaign, will there be a pledge manager and late pledge options? In order to better manage the project... So, why... So, here's my question. I hate this. You put this here on April 5th before you launched. So you had no questions. If you thought this was going to be a frequently asked question, why didn't you just put it into your campaign page? It's a nitpick, but it's just... Whatever. Comments. French, cool. Is there a way to pledge to receive only the digital content? A rule set every week for a tear would be fun, but I have the components I'd need already. We will not add another pledge that would create confusion. Yeah, so much confusion. Just too much confusion. Third point, great pop down. I mean, if you want to say no, just say no, but don't say there's confusion. So, because that just sounds like a bullcrap answer. I got 3 kids, 2 of them who talk very frequently and fluently. I know bullcrap answers when I hear one. So excited for this. Here's to another successful campaign. Stuff, things, great. Okay. I'm going to guess France, number 1. Yep. Go. Big ups, France. Doing it big. Even for an unexciting project like this, big ups to France. All right, so final grade for this one. Man. Do I want it? No, not really. You didn't excite me at all in any way, shape, or form. I like the idea of this, but I would much rather if someone did it better, differently, I guess. Oh, they do show the back of one card, so you can move dice around. I'm sure Moncala is probably on here or something too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I love the basic idea of this. I really do, and I want to wrap my arms around this project, but just the minimal amount of effort that really feels like was put into this project just is a turnoff to me. It's $6 maybe then. That's pretty low. Like, I will say that, but like you had an opportunity here to get a prototype and be like, here's the box, put it in your pocket. Here's all the games you could play, and then just list all the different games, and like, instead of just throwing it up right here where I start reading it and then I'm immediately just not excited because I don't know what this is. Whereas if there was a video or images where it's like, oh, look at all the creative and different uses that they, like, oh, this one is a stacking game. Sutaku comes to my mind. Sutaku's a really fun, like, there's so many other, like, you could have showcased the interesting, unique aspects of these games, but instead you went the lazy route. And so it's just... Make a contest in the comments to come up with games. Yeah, there you go. Win a free copy. All right. Also, the fact that... Yeah. I'm done. So do I want it? I love the idea, but from you, not really. I wasn't that excited. And quite frankly, I can put together this box, well, aside from the cards, pretty easily. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. This thing is dirt cheap to manufacture. This thing is going to be dirt cheap to ship. This thing is going to be just dirt cheap all around, which is good. And tons of back sales on this sort of thing too. And then how much is it? It's for, pay what you want. You get it for $4. Here's the bottom line. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna get this for €4. I am. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a damn hypocrite. I didn't need to tell you that, but I do. Bowers Game Corner. I'm gonna be honest with you. For $4, I'm in. I'll do a review on this one. That's how I'll do it. I'll be like, yeah, I'll do a review on it. So yeah, how much is it? It's great. It's a great price. It's a great price because at a bare minimum, it is $4, and you dictate the price. So I can't even knock that. Check. So we're gonna go a 2/3 point grade bump up for the price. So final grade on this one. Yeah, and I just expect this thing to drop like a rock on the popularity charts too. Because there's no reason to come back to this. These stretch goals are not exciting at all. Like, you were so lazy. You couldn't even tell me a little bit about the games aside, like, oh, we don't even know the mechanisms. We don't know anything, like, because I know it's a new original game, but why? Who's Leandre Proust? Is that like an exciting name? Because if it is, you should spotlight that more. Oh, it's you. Okay. Let's see what your track record looks like. Because you didn't spotlight that either. 5,000, 10,000, 12,000, 13,000, 13,000. Ooh, so it's... So... way more misses than hits with most people. Okay. Yeah. Final grade. Dude, how much is it? So good. And this red bar right here. This red bar. That's the best part. But this could have been so much better. Like, you have two things that are, like, honestly, just fantastic. Pay what you want at $2 shipping. D plus or C minus. Like, I want to be excited. And I'm not. We'll go with C minus. They knew to spotlight this. Get rid of this garbage right here. Put €2 worldwide shipping. Make me realize that I can get this for dirt cheap, and you're going to get a lot more people just clicking on it, period. Also, like, how, like, it's just that main image just, you know what you don't need to, you know why you don't need to spotlight the fact you're called GameLib Pocket? And you know why you don't need to spotlight a real board game library in your pocket? Because it's all right there. It's right there. And it's just, it's so, gotta sell me on a game. They could have. They very easily could have. But instead they just decided, hey, we're just going to list them. Laters, you do the research. Ugh. And they could have went with that too. Like, I've seen a lot of other companies go with the whole, oh, try a taste of all these international games. We have games from Egypt and India and Korea and Africa and like all these different places. Like, they could have pitched this in so many other ways, and they went with the bare bones, laziest way to do it. And it's just annoying to me. But at the end of the day, $2 shipping, pay what you want, is going to raise this one up, I think, to a C minus. If you have an engine, there's got to be one game you can sell people on. Yeah, it's Go. Well, there's the thing. I don't necessarily think you have to. I think if you just spotlighted some of the games you can have on the Go, checkers. I don't see why you couldn't possibly wrangle up chess of some sort in here. Like, there's just... And then here's the other thing. If there's any space left in this box, like, I'm curious. I want to see what the box insert like this looks. I want to, or there probably isn't one for pay what you want. Yeah. I'm just going with a C minus. I'm going to be nice to go with a C minus before I get out of here with a D plus. It's just, this had so much potential. And France, I got to say, big ups for you doing it big, even when your creators don't. France, you rock. So GameLib Pocket, a real library in your pocket. I'm going to go with a C minus, even though my heart says D plus. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for the GameLib Pocket. Also, apologies on the mislabeled title if you're expecting to see Biohazard the board game. I was expecting to do it, but they pushed back their launch date, so whatever. As always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Also, quick show note, there will be no show on Friday because I got to go do a whole boatload of yard work about 45 minutes away from here. Bye-bye.